Welcome to Epochs Across Eras, where the past reveals the blueprints of power. In our last episode, Qin Shi ascended as China's first emperor. But behind the throne stood the true engine of the empire, legalism, a philosophy of strict laws, absolute obedience, and state control. In this episode, we uncover how legalist thought shaped Qin's rise, ruled its people, and built the framework of one of history's most effective and terrifying administrative machines. Was it brilliance or brutality? Let's step into the courtroom of ancient China and examine the empire's most unforgiving code. Imagine a world where the law is everything and mercy is weakness. In Qin China, that wasn't fiction, it was policy. Legalism declared that humans were selfish by nature and needed to be controlled by fear, not inspired by virtue. No favoritism, no leniency, just rewards for obedience and punishment for defiance. It created an empire that was organized, efficient, and terrifyingly cold. But did it work? And why did Qin embrace such a harsh system while other states pursued Confucian ideals? Let's explore how legalism became the iron skeleton of China's first empire. Legalism wasn't born in Qin, but it found its home there. It emerged during the Warring States period, an era of chaos that demanded order. The key legalist thinkers, Han Feici, Shang Yang, and Li Si, rejected Confucian ideas of virtue and filial piety. To them, humans were driven by greed and fear, not morality. Han Feici, a student of Confucius's own descendants, argued that only strict laws and harsh punishments could create a stable society. Rulers should be feared, not loved. Government should be predictable, not emotional. Laws had to apply to all, noble or peasant. Shang Yang, earlier in Qin's history, put these ideas into practice. He introduced radical reforms. Land was redistributed, noble titles stripped of privilege, and citizens organized into mutual responsibility units. Everyone watched everyone else. Failure to report a crime, punishable by death. Li Si, Qin Shi Huang's right-hand man, enforced legalism with terrifying efficiency. His motto? Strengthen the trunk, weaken the branches, meaning centralized power and crush all opposition. Legalism wasn't just a theory, it was an operational system. Qin's empire was divided into commanderies and counties, all ruled by officials appointed by the emperor. These bureaucrats weren't nobles. They were promoted by merit, judged by performance, and replaced if they failed. Each official had clearly defined duties, and every citizen was tracked, taxed, and classified. Spies and inspectors ensured that no official grew too powerful or corrupt. Mutual responsibility groups meant entire families were punished for one member's crime. This discouraged rebellion and ensured community surveillance. Law enforcement was swift and harsh. Steal grain? Lose a hand. Fail to report a thief? You're punished too. A single infraction could lead to forced labor, branding, or death. But rewards existed too, especially in the military. Soldiers who killed enemies were promoted and given land, regardless of birth. The goal wasn't kindness, it was efficiency. Qin's bureaucracy worked like a machine, humming with records, reports, and inspections. For a time, it was unstoppable. Legalism didn't just control actions, it sought to control thoughts. In 213 BCE, Qin Shi Huang ordered the burning of books, except those on agriculture, medicine, and legalist doctrine. Confucian classics, historical records, and philosophical works were destroyed. Why? Because they questioned authority. Because they honored the past. Legalism focused only on the present ruler. History was a threat to unity, but it didn't stop with books. According to some accounts, 460 scholars were buried alive or executed for resisting Qin's policies. The real number is debated, but the message was clear: dissent is death. Qin's empire wasn't just unified physically. It was mentally engineered for obedience. Education became indoctrination. Language was standardized. Regional traditions were erased. Uniformity became a weapon and a shield. Legalism made the Qin Empire a marvel of organization, but also a warning. It showed that an empire can be built with fear, but not sustained by it. The strict codes created efficiency, but no flexibility. When Qin Shi Huang died, the system that served him so well collapsed under its own rigidity. Yet legalism left its mark. Future dynasties learned from its tools: meritocracy, centralized rule, law-based governance, even as they softened its edges with Confucian ethics. In our next episode, we'll explore the empire's greatest infrastructure feats: roads, walls, and standards that stitched the land together. Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the epochs that define us all.